Right, hi, I'm home now from the play, and I just want to do an intro for this video, which is going to be a long one, and I guess I'm just going to include the other videos that I had recorded over the past month. We're in July the 4th today. I had so quite a few videos lined up, and I'm just gonna squish them all together and bung them up onto the channel, just for something to say that I'm done a video on my way to 100. But so I just want to do an update about the report that I made to the police about the nuisance caller, and just as I predicted, nothing much. Just like they sent me a letter. Mind, I sent them included my email address, but no email correspondence from them. Nothing, just a piece of paper, hard copy. Dear so-and-so, thank you for reporting your matter to police on the 15th of June, 2026. So it goes on 3 paragraphs. It says, we are unable, this is the key sentence, we are unable to take further investigative action at this time. However, your report has been formally recorded in bold. Formally recorded. Wow. So what this amounts to for me is basically you can get away with doing prank calls in New Zealand. You can. And I mean, I have the utmost respect for the boys in blue, the men in uniform. I've got a family member who is a policeman, and I know other people in my extended family networks who's in the police force. And I've had times in the past I've called police for certain things, and I love seeing the police on the road. I love them. Okay, just get it right. I love the cops, the police. I don't have anything against them, but I know as well that there are limitations to the way the police can act in certain circumstances, and I guess a prank call is right down low on their priority list of things to do. Like, okay, a murder and robberies and whatever else, burglaries will be right up there at the top. What is it used to call ag-rob, which is aggravated robberies, is what they would, anyways. So this is nowhere near that, but I think this is a psychological game type thing that can possibly lead to something. So I guess it's like one of those things, the service is there for when the extreme things happen, but at the low end of things where you can nip things in the bud, it's not happening. So yeah, no surprises there for that. But I was just surprised that they didn't send me an email. They just went all the way to printing paper, more trees cut down, to send me a letter, a hard copy of their response. So I don't know what that's about. Like, I can also screenshot that and, blah, blah, whatever. So that's the update on that. And the thing is, the prank caller thing stopped, the nuisance caller. So I guess for the moment, that's a pause. But I think I will take it up to the next level if it happens again and they send me this response, and I'm gonna ask for FOIA. I would like to ask for some comms about what are you doing about it? What email, what sort of communications did you do over my report? I'd like to find that out. I want you people to release to me whatever, any itty bitty bit of action you guys did to address my concerns. Anyway, pause that for a minute. Back to Sons of Val. So my sister and I went. She paid for the ticket and I paid for dinner, so that was good. And who did we run into but a colleague of hers from work, and a doctor. She's a nurse. So they had their chit chat, and then we just finished up the dinner and went on. And there were a lot of Niuean people there. I heard the Niuean language being spoken. It was great. And then I ran into, we met a relative of a YouTuber over here who I like to follow. And he is JSE Eric. JSE? Got E stands for Eric, so I think it's JSE. So yeah, it was lovely to talk to somebody from the world of YouTube. All right, so Sons of Val. I've got a few notes here because I'm just like trying to ration out my time, my minutes on my storage. To me, the standout for the evening, I have to say, was the acting of Beulah Koale. There were only 4 actors the whole time on the stage, and I think it was very, very well. Of course, these are professionals who put together this play. I mean, top of their game. To take a life of a man, the father of, we're talking, I think it's an autobiographical in the sense that it was Vela Manusaute's story about his dad. The father figure reflected his father. It's just not actual, but there were themes of violence, there were themes of alcoholism, addiction, and just abuse, physical abuse of children. It was there. I didn't expect to have some light. There were many light moments in there because they built in the comedic parts to the story. But the standout, like I said, was Beulah. Beulah is such a talented actor, and I mean, not to take anything away from the other 3 actors, like Hans and the other 2 actors, whose names Epine, Bob Saver, and Brett Taefu. Beulah played Val the dad. Hans played Tor, the eldest firstborn boy of the 3 sons. Seki, I think he's the middle child, and Sol, the last born. Seki was played by Bob Saver, and Sol played by Brett Taifu. Anyway, and of course, my sister didn't even know that husband and wife team, Vela and Anapella, a duo, a powerhouse duo in local scene New Zealand acting theatre, because, I mean, Anapella's name is right now, like, she's just going to be known forever and a day, forever and ever, as one of the top actresses in New Zealand, a Pacific Island actress. So very, very, very powerful, but light. I didn't expect it to be light, but I think they tried. Maybe they built in the light moments to lighten up the, the very, very dark, heavy topic, like those things I just said. And yeah, there was a few things in there, but I don't know that I can do it justice in this, but I think I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, because I really want to gather my thoughts a little bit more tidily so that I can talk. But those are my initial thoughts. The other actors were great, but the standout for me was Beulah. And given that he went straight from high school into doing acting, like I think the others went to acting school, but Beulah just went straight from drama in high school to the big leagues, I guess. Well, small, medium, like he went straight into to work as an actor after school. I think, I mean, his background is, he's only just been involved with acting. Started off first like that, straight from school and into acting. Anyway, so that's my update and my vlog for the moment. There's so much that I can include, but I know that I think they say that vlogging is the least likely to be popular of the topics for YouTube video creators, content creators, contrary to some people not liking the word content. It is content, because we are content consumers these days. Because yeah, anyway, so this is going to be a long video, but thank you for sticking out all the way to the end of this Pacific Island middle-aged lady who is trying to, with an eye to the future, make a living out of YouTube. Okay, so it is a business. It's a fledgling thing. It's just like a business. You just gotta put in the reps, eh? So I'm a long way from 100. I mean, some people just seem to do it, but some videos I make and then I delete the whole video because I feel like I've overshared. Like there's just a tendency of people, maybe I'm a bit spectrum, I'm a bit on some kind of, like, my daughter accuses me of being an ADHD person. I don't know. All I know is that sometimes the things that I've shared are just too close to the bone and not for public consumption. But at the same time, you got to share a little bit of yourself so that the audience can get to know you a little bit, right? And that's it for now. Take care, everybody. I hope you have great sleep. I'm just taking a leaf out of a YouTuber that I thought, that's such great advice. And I'm going, okay, I should credit this lady. Brittany, somebody, I've got to give credit to Brittany in the thing, because I think her ending is great, and I've seen some YouTubers try to end like that, but I think for me, great sleep is very, very good for your health, especially as you age. You need great, because a lot of people tend to not have good sleeping patterns as they age, so it tends to need less sleep. I don't know about that. I know that a long period of sleep is good for your health, and may you have good sleep. May you have lots of great. Alrighty, I'm clawing back a minute from one video I deleted, but may you have great sleep, great lots of liquid or fluids, drinking lots of water, and good food, good rest, and happy thoughts, positivity. There's something to it, because too much negativity is not good for the brain. All right, take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye. So we are inside the fish market there at the waterfront, and we decided to choose this place to go and have something to eat at, which is just fish and chips. This is when my sister meets her colleague. Where are you at?
Good evening. I am here with my sissy at the ASB Waterfront Theatre.
What are you doing here? What's happening at the theatre?
We're here to watch the awesome Sons of Val play.
But what are you anticipating?
Laughter, tears, reminisce, memories of our dad and what he was like. I still love you, Dad.
Do you expect to be taken down sort of like a memory lane kind of thing?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. Do you think you might cry?
Yes, I'm expected to cry.
Did you bring some tissues?
I brought tissues.
Oh, okay. By the way,
I came prepared with
tissues. You're my sister. You're 3 years younger than me.
Yes.
And you no way look your age.
You're so kind. Brown don't crack. I tell everybody.
How old are you actually?
I am 54 years old.
Wow.
Born in 1972.
All right, miss. Okay, what do you do for a job?
Oh,
for a living?
For a living?
Yes.
I work at Niuean Hospital.
Mm-hmm. You're the person that people... you actually do all the checks for patients who come in who have been booked for operations, eh?
Yes,
you do all their medical checks, make sure that the patient is safe enough to undergo the operation. You work in tandem with all the surgeons. What are they? Orthopedics, right?
Yeah, orthopedic surgeons.
Orthopedics, surgeons
Anaesthetists.
and anaesthetists and all the theatre nurses and...
Yes, theatre.
Yeah, it's quite a thing, isn't it?
It's quite an
It's
operation.
like when I came in to do my had an operation and you were inside the theatre. Were you inside the theatre? Or?
No, I was in the
you
recovery
prepped
room.
me. You helped me. But looking inside there, it's like a rocket ship place in there. There's so many machines beeping and people are just... It's a very controlled environment, and
yes.
I'm so glad to have doctors and nurses in the theatre that who know what they're doing. So
That's right.
I'm very happy and pleased with your line of profession.
You've summed it all up. I didn't need to say nothing. Well, I've been a nurse for a very long time.
Yes,
and nursing's been good to
do
me.
Do tell.
I've been a nurse for 33 years. And I've worked in Niuean Hospital for about 29 years.
Say that again? 29 years being a nurse?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
No, 33 in total.
Oh, wow.
29 at Niuean Hospital and 4 at Lord Liverpool Hospital on Niuean Island.
Okay. All right. Who was your... Do you remember, like, worst patients that you have ever... I mean, we're not disclosing any names whatsoever. Of course, Privacy Act and all that.
Not so much worse, but some sick patients that we've had to evacuate from
I
Niue
see.
to
Oh,
Auckland.
all right. How dire the situation was, touch and go.
Yeah.
And that's very awful for carers, I guess, just making sure that the patient is going to live to survive the journey in the air, in the plane, right?
Yeah, that's right. We've had patients who did not make it out of the island. So the planes landed, take them into the airplane, and they didn't make it, so they had to bring them out. And so yeah, that's just
Well, I very much appreciate having somebody in the medical profession as in my inner circle, as such as yourself, because I absolutely hate dealing with the hospitals and how they are. So if you have somebody like you on the inside, it's very handy.
that's right. I've got you. I've got your back.
Yes, yes, yes. Me and also all of your people,
Yes.
your favorite people in the world. Okay, what else can we say about Sons of Val before we go in and before my storage finishes?
Oh,
Sons of Val.
I'm
So
looking forward to Sons of Val. I'm super proud of the Niuean playwright
Vela.
Bella Manusote. I'm very proud to be even bought a ticket and bring you, Sissy.
yes, she
along
shouted
with
me a
this journey.
ticket and I shouted
You
her
showed me
dinner.
That was a deal.
So it was a deal. So
I'm
it's
super
great.
proud of Bella.
Vela Manusote.
And we're here to support you, Bella, if you ever hear this.
This is a little side story,
your
but
work.
I met Vela when I was at university years and years ago. I
Yeah.
think he came to
You
one of
gotta
our
give it to the man.
socials and met him there. He was a very alive boy back then.
He still is, I
Like,
guess.
very dynamic personality.
I bet he still
Like he
is.
is, I mean, you can tell he's a very bright, witty, bright person. Like witty, bright, and
Brave.
What's it's
And
just a person
tenacity
that
to
you
hang on
very
in there.
alive was what I would say.
In 2026, he's finally put out his. I mean, here we are. You can pan.
He's made it to the big lights.
He's made it. He's
Oh,
made it.
he's
We're
made
gonna
it.
take this to the world.
He's made it. Okay. Oh, 683 to the world.
Yeah. What's that?
683. You know that's our code, but our phone code for Niuean.
No.
Well,
Well,
people
683.
say
00683.
682. Those are the Samoans, I think.
Oh, really?
683 is us, and yeah. Anyways, that's how I know. What else we got here? I think it's over and out because people are looking at us weird. Like, what are they doing, right?
All right. Love you. Bye. Mwah.
Okay, love you and leave ya. Okay, so see. Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good evening.
Good evening.
Where are you?
I'm at the ASB Waterfront Theatre.
What are you doing here, sister?
I am joining you because you paid for my ticket to come and see Sons of Val.
And why are you? Why did you? Why? What?
Because Vela Manusote, who's the playwright for this play tonight, it's a one-off. So we've got our playwright cousin who is Annette Arapai, who is, I would say, she's a trailblazer for Pacific Island playwrights. She's put on several plays herself, so I think Vela will come after her because she's the first Niuean. I mean, she's half Cook Island, half Niuean, but we claim her that she was the first Niuean to put on a play. All right, so Vela comes second, but
What?
anyway, it's good for Vela to have a play as well. Be up in lights.
What are you expecting from the play?
I'm expected to be confronted with some confronting themes of violence, family violence, abuse, physical abuse of children, which is a story that is everybody's story in the islands. Not everybody, but most people understand when they're talking about when we reflect on memories of being physically abused back in the islands. They were not. That's not physical abuse. That's called correction and discipline. Over here in New Zealand, it's illegal to touch and smack your children. So I'm expecting to be confronted with that, and it will also probably a little bit triggering because that was in our atmosphere, that was in our environment growing up, so it was normalized for us. Yeah, so I expect to be seeing that on stage, and I think it'll be I'm expecting it to be sad, but I'm also expecting it to be a cathartic, I guess, for the playwright himself, because it would have been, he did say, he'd spoken in different interviews about how he's wanted to do this it's been inside him to bring it out, and he's birthed a child, I guess, a baby, and this baby is called Sons of Vow, and good for him. Congrats, Vela, and your wife, Annapella, who's the producer director of this,
That is wife, did you say?
your partner. I think
Is it?
partner slash wife. Well, I know that's his
I didn't know
partner.
that.
Yeah, that's his
That's massive.
partner in life.
That's
His the love of his life is Tina, main actress.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Her name, she's well known herself, famous,
She's amazing.
and well done to them because they've slaved away in this arena of being, bringing the creative arts in their, they're trained actors, and they've brought their talents to the masses, well, to us. So we're blessed and we're fortunate to be here to watch our creators do their thing, and well done to them.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. We are going to go in shortly.
Okay,
So enjoy
we
the
are
show.
going in. We will.
Yep.
Thanks. We are off. Oopsies. Okay, I'm going to talk about a situation that I'm going through right now. And that is that yesterday I got, for like a period of, I would say 12 hours, there were 12 missed calls on my phone from a no caller ID number. Anyway, I decide I block, not black, so it's a series of things that I did. I called up my provider and put in a report, an investigation, like, can you find out where this number is coming from, who this number belongs to, because according to the information I have, if it's a no caller ID, it means that person, that number is one from my contacts list. And it could be somebody from, already have got my number. So I go through my contacts list, and all right, I delete a lot of people from even 10-15 years ago that's been sitting in my contacts list for a long time. Anyway, gosh, hurry up. I delete all those numbers. Oh, blow me down. Shouldn't say blow me down. Blow me down with a feather is, don't get ideas. So I delete all these numbers, and then they say to me, okay, we will try to find out who it is. Anyway, I didn't know that they're not allowed to disclose who the person is, right? And that really made me very irate, because what is the point? So I don't remember now the timeline of what I did, but I blocked that number. I blocked the number of the person I suspect who's doing these nuisance calls to me. Well, that's what they called it, nuisance. I call it harassment, because I suspect that this person who already had my number is a psycho. Anyway, and this person is from my job, who at my last shift I had some words with them, like not like yelling match. I was just giving them instructions, because I'm in a position of authority over them. Little. So it turns out that my provider, my carrier, cannot disclose who this person is, and I'm like furiously texting them, do you mean to tell me? Do you mean to say that the Privacy Act, in which that's what they cited, they cannot disclose to me the number, the identity of the caller. And do you mean to tell me that the Privacy Act covers this person, protects the offender from the identity being known? I mean, what's to stop people from just upping and just making nuisance calls or harassment calls, like 100 calls to a number just to, you know, piss them off, or just to, yeah, anyway, harass them? So yeah, that's apparently what happens with my provider, who happens to be, I'm not going to disclose just yet, this provider, but it's one of the 3 big providers, carriers, telcos in New Zealand. So their policy is, and I mean, I get it, because, like, you know, policies, schmolicies, but sometimes policies require humans to exercise common sense when they exercise these policies, because you can bypass policies on a case-by-case basis, right? Because they are set up for general guidelines to make sure everything flows smoothly. But there are situations that are called for that you can relax your policy a little bit to make something happen, to solve a problem expediently. Anyway, so that's the story with that situation, and I'm waiting, because NetSafe is the organization tasked with dealing with anything, I guess, that contravenes the Harmful Digital Communications Act here in New Zealand. NetSafe is the agency that's given the job to deal with it, and I guess work together with the police. So I looked them up on the internet, and they're not working in the weekends. They don't have a 24/7 0800 number, customer service center, or anything like that. You have to wait until they open on Monday, tomorrow at 8 in the morning, 8:30, whatever the time is. So meanwhile, I mean, I don't know, I think people think it's a nuisance, which is how the people from the carrier was on at me about, like, this is news. I'm like, no, it feels threatening, it feels ominous, it feels, yeah, like there's a risk there. And I'm a person who's super up with the whole, you know, personal safety issues and stuff like that. Like, I am one of those anal people when it comes to personal safety. All right, maybe some of the things that I have, you know, identified about myself here, I don't know. I mean, there are things that I've said in the blog that, okay, maybe gray area, personal safety. But on the whole, my whole thing is around, you know, nipping it in the bud. And this is me nipping it in the bud with this situation. And if it's a person that I suspect it is, yeah, they're in trouble. Like, they really shouldn't do that. People should not do things like that, like take it up to the next level, because there will be consequences. Yeah, anyways, so that's the thing. So tomorrow I will get a hold of somebody from NetSafe to how am I gonna, you know, I want to know who this person is. I really want to know who it is, and I will pursue to the fullest extent of my rights what needs to happen, all the way, whatever it takes, to the police to get the identity of the person who did this to me in a period of 12 hours, 12 calls through. Like, what? No, you're not gonna get away with that. There will be okay, that's my video for the moment. Lol, different day, same outfit. It's clean, okay, just came out of the wash. And this is like kind of like a hooded long shirt. It's made of cotton, but it's a bit thick. I got it from Salvation Army years ago. I mean, it's still a very lovely jacket. I just like the color. And yeah, anyways, this is the thing when you get on and do vlogs, especially I guess as a woman, you have to think about your outfits, what you're gonna wear and how you're gonna look. I mean, there are people who say you shouldn't care about how you look. I mean, duh. I'm going out to the world, and we're not gonna come to the world looking like we just got out of bed. Well, a little bit of an update with the situation with the nuisance call. I mean, the way that the language is phrased, I think that any of these calls, these incessant calls to a number, is threatening. I mean, let's call it what it is. It's very threatening behavior. And to downgrade it to just the word nuisance, like you're just swatting a fly or a mosquito off you. What a nuisance to have these, little things around me. No, it is serious. So I'm just still waiting. Anyway, so I contacted NetSafe. That's what I said last time. And then I went back to the website and did a thorough read of the information there. And it turns out that they don't deal with nuisance calls. You have to have like a voice. You've received a voicemail, you've received a letter, a text message, but nuisance calls are not included, which I think they should extend the scope of their legislation to cover nuisance calls. I mean, honestly, I don't like the way that they've phrased it. It's not nuisance calls. It should be threatening calls, I would say. They're not saying anything, but the behavior, the passive aggression behind these calls should be called out, should be highlighted. Anyway, so I could get a call from the guy yesterday. I explained to him, sorry, no, I'm not going to pursue anything with you guys because I read the information, and obviously it does not fall into you guys, what do you call that? Doesn't fall into you guys' wheelhouse, so to speak. Okay, so what I actually did do was look it up. I think somebody said try 10.5, which I always used to think it was 105. No, this is the non-urgent police line, helpline, or you make contact with 10.5. That's what they said on their website, 10.5, for anything that's not urgent. So I've put my report through, and at this point it's just acknowledgement emails coming through. Yeah, we received, yada yada. It's the same old, it's standard procedure to acknowledge calls. So I don't expect to hear back from them for quite some time. I don't know, it could be a month, weeks, it could be 3 months, 6 months, who knows. I mean, when you think about government departments like the police, things move at a very, very slow pace, I think, for these kind of anyways, so that's where it's sitting at the moment. I'm not giving up on that, but yeah, they said, can I nominate a person that I think might be doing this? I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be wrong, because I have been in the past. I'm that kind of person. I do jump to conclusions about people, generally speaking, and then find out later that that's not the case. So being a bit older in the tooth, I've learned that not to hold back and not to assume things, and to understand that, yeah, the assumptions, they're not going to go anywhere, because there's so many things going on in people's lives. You don't know. You just don't know what's happening with people behind the scenes. That's what I've learned. Anyway, I'm here at the mall. I'm too shy, embarrassed to bring out my selfie stick and do like but I'm here to look for pajamas for myself. I've got like so many pajamas, but I feel like I need to change it up, because living over here in New Zealand, you have access to come to places where you need anything. So I gotta make use of that ability to access the shops, as compared to if you lived in the islands. If you live in the islands, you couldn't really do that. You just don't waltz into a big shop like the Warehouse and get what you want, because it's just the way that life goes if you live in the islands. Anyway, that's all for now, and I'll see if I feel up to vlogging inside the shops, but maybe not. So I'll talk to you guys later.